Pass.
My son comes in here,
Yeah,
but he got one in the oh,
yeah, it was. I was, we even had, I haven't had a buck on my camera since about mid-October,
Wow.
and I was getting them almost every day and at night. Pretty consistently in different ones.
Wow.
Haven't had one since about mid-October.
That is amazing.
Well, I mean, they know we're there, as we bow hunt, and so they just change their patterns. That's all they do. It's just, when we hunt, we're mostly marsh, so they can be laying 20 feet away from the net,
Yeah,
not move all
that's
day long.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
You're good to go, Greg.
All right, let's call this Winnebago County Board of Adjustment deliberative session for December 1st, 2022 to order. Is there any old business?
Trucial moves approval of the minutes from October 25th, public hearing, November 3rd, deliberative, November 10th, viewing, all in 2022.
Is there a second?
second.
And a motion made to approve the minutes from October 25th, 2022, November 3rd, 2022, and November 10th of 2022. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. What I only have today is Bruce Quella at 7826 Haas Road in the town of Wolf River. He is requesting a variance for a shorehead setback of 45 feet where the requirement is 75 feet.
I just want to make sure everybody got that WDNR correspondence.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did not look at it. I didn't look at my email.
Well, it was pretty much their standard
Yeah.
boilerplate letter that they always send
Yeah.
out,
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
much the same thing.
Yeah.
Just urging us to do our job, basically.
So at this point, the two lots is just one lot. The two parcels were surveyed together
Yes, a long time ago.
a long time ago. Before he got the variance to build the house or
I
to
believe that was
expand the house.
after he got the variance.
Because he said that didn't come up for sale. The gentleman
Yeah.
died and it didn't come up
Okay.
for
And then
sale
he
until
took opportunity.
after he built the house. That's why he said if he would have known, he would have done things maybe differently.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why at this time he could split, I'm not, could he, if he split the lots, if he resplit the lots,
I don't think he could now
Okay,
because it
well.
was substandard, both were
Okay.
Yeah.
substandard.
all right.
But I know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
That's, I think, to be considered.
Pardon me?
I think to be considered. I
Yeah,
mean, that's,
Only if you put it back the way they were.
no. We're
He
talking
can't.
about- He
No, you
can't do
Yeah.
that,
No,
but there should maybe be consideration for him being able to do what he wants to do.
well, again, I mean, I fully understand exactly what he wants to do, and I don't disagree with him at all.
yeah,
But the only thing here is, what is his hardship? And that's what we got, we got to state to these standards, to these the
Yeah.
criteria.
Yeah.
That we have in front of us. If that
Yeah.
was different, let's say, hey, yeah, go ahead. I agree with 100%, but it's still, he doesn't have a hardship. He just wants to have a shop or something that he wants to have, or.
pretty
If
much.
he took down one of the other buildings, one of the other boathouses,
Say if he removed everything and
if he
then,
removed one of the
Or
other,
one of them?
one of the other.
and then he
boathouses.
wanted to build something new, that's a self-imposed hardship.
He'd be working the system if he did that, or tried to.
Or
one
they
thing-
can take down one of the buildings and then add on to the garage.
Yes, that's what I was
Okay.
thinking. If that was one of the conditions, that he can't have three buildings out there, but he could,
No, that's not.
okay.
Let's make a deal. Come
Well,
on.
yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Mm,
Well, he's not even close on being restricted on impervious surface, is he?
I wouldn't think so.
I don't believe so.
Because he
But
has all
there's
that
ways to
other-
get around that for him. He could do rain gardens and treat certain area for impervious surface. So that's not a concern.
So you're saying if we allowed this and had conditions for him to do rain gardens and things like that?
You wouldn't even need to condition
No,
that,
Okay.
because that's already a county regulation that he has to follow. And he can't vary that. He can only
Okay.
vary the dimensional setback.
Is there room in the current structure that he has to put in a workshop? Do you think? See, I mean, he doesn't have a basement. I mean, you can't have a basement, so,
I mean, when we were out there, we saw a 2-stall garage. That's all I can speak.
right.
28 by 24, I think he said it was. That's a pretty good, that's a nice size.
But he's got all his electrics and everything.
I think that was a
utility
separate room. I think that was behind the door that he went into.
Like Craig, I can't get over the fact that he's got fair use now.
Yeah.
And we can't do 2 out of 3 is good enough.
I know, I'm
Right,
just,
right. And he was obviously aware of that from day one.
Yeah.
Dan
staff
indicated
was-
that,
yeah.
that probably wasn't gonna fly because, again, the hardship issue.
Yeah.
He's got reasonable use of his property. I mean, if he wanted to or had to, he could, rearrange his garage for, how big a workshop he wants. Obviously, he wanted a 28 by 20 workshop, but, it's
Mhm.
entirely up to him what he wants to do with it.
Mhm. And could he put electricity to one of the buildings that he's got out there? One of the boathouses, could he
I
run
don't see
electricity
why
to that
not.
and
We
do
don't-
whatever he wanted in there, make one of those a workshop?
We don't regulate that. I mean, the boathouse has to remain a boathouse.
Right,
The
but
other one
it is
storage.
possible he could do that.
Yeah, there all are other alternatives.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that might be safer anyway, if you're running a bunch of workshop attached to the house, isn't always a good idea. So,
I did ask him that question and his response was not that he couldn't, it was that it would be difficult to bring him up to shape so that he could work in there in winter or whatever.
Yeah.
right, but it's possible to do. Okay, so, all righty.
Yep.
And he has options.
Here to make a motion? One way or the other?
I move to go with the county recommendation. Thank you. It's early. County recommendation to deny.
Been a motion made to deny the variance request as presented. Is there a second?
Truthful seconds.
And a motion made seconded to deny the variance request for 7826 Haas Road. Findings for denial. That's
Yeah. On the page that we had before, right?
There at the end of the minutes.
you got it.
This one?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
Okay, criteria for denial from chapter 23, 7-234. Town County Zoning Code, chapter 26 Flood Zoning Code, and chapter 27 Shoreline Zoning Code. Criteria 1, the requirement in question would unreasonably prevent the property owner from using the property for a permitted purpose or would render conformity with such requirement unnecessarily burdensome, and such circumstances were not self-created. The applicant's property has an existing house, attached garage, and 2 boathouses / storage structures, which allows for reasonable use of the property. Criteria 2, the subject property has unique physical characteristics or limitations that prevent the property from being developed in compliance with the requirement in question. The property is not unique from neighboring properties as they are subject to the same shore yard setback on 2 sides. Criteria 3, the granting of the variance will not be contrary to or harm the public interest given the general purposes of the zoning regulations and the specific purposes of the requirement in question. The reduced shore yard setback may negatively impact water drainage, wildlife, and the preservation of natural scenic beauty in the surrounding area. Chapter 27, 6-8, generally required under chapter 27 shoreline zoning code variances. Criteria 1, the variance is consistent with the purpose of the shoreline zoning code. The purpose, intent of the Shoreline zoning code is to promote the public health, safety, convenience, and welfare, and promote and protect the public trust in navigable waters. Based upon the findings, it is the opinion of the board that all criteria of Article 7, Division 12, Section 23.7-234 Town County Zoning Code have not been met.
Any question on the motion? Yeah, I'll take a roll call vote. Susan?
No, it's a yes then? Or- Yes.
Tom V,
Yes.
Tom T,
Aye.
and Greg, aye. Variance request is denied.
Oh, yeah, here's the-
Yep, yeah. Anything else we need to discuss this morning before we adjourn? I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Is
Oh. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
there a second?
Tushel seconds.
My motion made saying to adjourn, all for motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Karen, have a good day.
Thanks, Karen.
You guys too. Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
I think we'll see you before that.